And what a great morning for us to join the Director of Faith Formation at Little Flower, Sister Marilyn Marie. And Sister, we are approaching, a holy day of obligation on Friday, All Saints' Day.
Mm. Yes, we are. Now, I just walked through the school hall, and I think their attention is more on Halloween on Thursday.
Yeah.
But the church's attention and focus is leading us to Friday's celebration of All Saints, which just each year reminds me to just reflect on our own call to live as saints in the world. You know, I think sometimes we put them on pedestals and so far away that we forget about them. Mm. And really, they're among us, and they're not perfect, but they don't give up. And I think that's an encouragement for us as well to continue striving to live as Jesus lived in the world. And I love the image with the saints and with the communion of saints that we say in the Creed each Sunday. We believe in the communion of saints. I love the image of a diamond that has numerous facets that reflect the light. And the more facets, the more sides of that diamond that are cut, the more brilliantly it reflects light. And I think that's so true with us in the communion of saints. If it was just one flat surface and we were all alike and all living exactly the same way, the radiance of light would not be the same. And so rather than, I think, us trying to duplicate the saints and the way they lived, we need to live our own life in our own circumstances. So we don't do what they do, but we can strive to live the attitudes and virtues that they lived. So, you know, I'm not a first century fisherman, but I can live Peter's acceptance of Jesus' forgiveness and his growing in the faith. You know, I'm not a cloistered Carmelite nun in France in the 1800s, but I can live Therese's simplicity and joy. So I think it calls us to really pray through, how am I called to reflect Jesus to my world, the circumstances in my day, the people that I'm going to encounter? And we always have the saints to rely on. You know, I love the sense that the saints want nothing more than for us to know and have what they know and have in heaven. And so they're on our side, and they're going to be cheering us on and interceding for us and praying for us. All we have to do is turn to them. So I think it's this feast day is just a wonderfully encouraging feast to kind of push us in the direction of keep living the faith, keep striving to really bring Jesus into our world. And we certainly know how much that's needed these days.
Yeah, and just a good reminder, too, Sister, right, that All Saints' Day is not just about those who have been raised to the altar. We're talking about every soul present before the throne of God in heaven. Everyone who's ever lived who is there now is counted among those whom we're asking for their intercession on All Saints' Day and honoring them. We don't know all of them by name. We know some of them by name, a very small number of them by name, but there's a whole lot more that we're honoring on that particular day because they're all included.
Absolutely. I know, for instance, my father is there. He's not been canonized by the church, but I have no doubt whatsoever that he's there. And I look to him for help on a regular basis.
We've got to keep in mind that at the end of the day, I hear people, I'm no saint. I'm like, well, you better be. At the end of the day, you know, you're either going to be a saint in heaven eventually. Now, I'm not discounting purgatory, but when it's all over, you're either going to be a saint in heaven or you're going to be in hell. So the only option available to us as followers of Christ is sainthood.
Absolutely. And it's possible. It's possible. I think sometimes we talk ourselves into thinking that's way beyond what I can do. And it is possible with God's help and the intercession of the saints.
Absolutely love it as we prepare ourselves for All Saints' Day and, of course, All Souls' Day as well. Thank you, Sister, for sharing your thoughts.
Yeah, what a wonderful Nun Sense edition today. As always, wonderful job. Thank you very much, Sister Marilyn Marie Ellerbrock.
Always happy to be with you.